Hi everyone. Welcome back to another video on the channel. This time, I wanted something different from my last few builds. I decided to make a really small house. Like, really small. I picked a medium-sized lot right by the beach. Let's get started. Before we do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And it would mean a lot to me. The idea was to build a container house without making it look like a typical container house. I wanted it to feel refined, smart, and comfortable, despite the compact footprint. Designing the layout always takes a bit of trial and error, so I've sped up the next 30 seconds. After that, the real transformation begins. The goal was to keep it simple and essential, without sacrificing function or design. For the size of the house, I used the dimensions of a standard residential shipping container. 12 meters long and 2.9 meters high. The only thing I changed was the width. I made it 2.9 meters wide to give myself a little more room, since I'm only using one module. I placed the bathroom at the end of the container. That way, I don't waste space with hallways, and I get a larger living area. The rule for this build is simple. Everything that belongs to the house has to fit inside this rectangle. The outdoor space is completely open. All right, I've already picked out a few pieces for the kitchen and living room. Now I'll arrange everything and test the layout. Actually, I think the stove works better over here, and the range hood makes more sense on this wall. I'm also going with a wood ceiling, since I want some darker finishes. The wood helps bring warmth to the space. Because the house is so small, I want the outdoor area to feel like an extension of the interior. So my goal was to turn it into a little paradise. To make up for the tiny interior. Moving the entrance over here gives the kitchen more counter space. I like this solution. I'm removing this window from the front facade. Here I go using this console table again. I'm turning it into another custom built-in. Since the house is so narrow, I added a raised counter where you can eat while looking out to the outdoor area. I also want to take advantage of the container's height. In a small house, every little bit of space counts. I'm not convinced, but I'll come back to it later. For the bedroom, I want to keep things light. I'll add texture behind the headboard while keeping everything bright and cozy. The wood flooring and ceiling already add warmth to this room. For the bathroom, I'm using almost the same finishes as the rest of the house. I think the shower will look better with a polished concrete finish, just like the floor. Now, let's go back to the living room. This wall behind the sofa still has some potential. I'm adding a feature panel with a shelf for decoration. I think these frames work better over here. This wall feels much cleaner now. All right, time to work on the outdoor area. For the pool, I'm just using an image. It was easier this way. I'm extending this wall a little to create a planting bed between the wall and the deck. Let's add some climbing plants too. Now it's time to set up the pool area. Sun loungers, a dining table, chairs, and of course, a barbecue. I also want plenty of string lights to make everything feel cozy at night. Done. Now let's go back to the facade. Time to work on the exterior lighting and create a warm atmosphere after dark. Out front, I want to keep the landscaping simple. I'm adding a larger tree because I want to hang a few pendant lights from it. Just not too close to the pool, so it doesn't block the sun. Here's how it turned out. I'm improvising a few pool floats. Actually, I think I'll remove some of these pendant lights. It's starting to feel a little too busy. Now let's add the recessed ceiling lights. Time to decorate the kitchen. I place the herbs over here to free up more counter space. Now I'm just adding the finishing touches. decorating the bathroom. Adjusting a few final details. Let's change the texture on this pool float. It still looks a little weird, but it'll do. I'm also changing the pool water and adjusting the artwork. Just finishing up the pool area now. Last few touches on the front of the house. A little more lighting. One more planting bed. The entrance still needed something. Now let's add a pathway to highlight it. I really like how it turned out. All that's left is adding the gutter, since we have a flat roof, a smoke detector, and one last candle to finish off the outdoor space. And that's it. Our container house is finally finished. I hope you enjoyed this build. Don't forget to leave a like, and follow me for the most beautiful contemporary homes in Paralives. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.